As I promised, let's move on to the next area, which is introducing you a method which can help you to build instant rapport with someone. Now, the whole principle behind this is in page number 5, by the way. The principle behind it is, you can answer me this question. Do you feel more comfortable with people who are similar to you or who are different to you? Obviously similar. You are more comfortable with people who would speak the same language, have the same interests, same thoughts, same religion sometimes, same political ideologies. So, sorry? Depends. Yeah. There are certain things which are relative. Okay, anyway. So thank you for warming us up here. So therefore, if you want to build rapport with someone, you need to come across to the other person that you are someone like the other person, you are similar. So this whole concept of pacing and leading is, you pace that person first and thereafter you lead. What do you mean by pace? Pace means you go at the other person's pace, other person's speed. And after that, we can lead. Now, I would like to do a little demonstration on this. Is there anyone who would like to volunteer to help me to demonstrate something related to this? So, can I have a volunteer from the group? Who would like to volunteer? I said to volunteer yourself, not to volunteer someone else. Any volunteers? Okay, please come up. Give him a hand for being a volunteer. Thank you. Your name is? Preeti. Preeti, take a seat. Now, if say I want to build rapport with Preeti, and so I'm going to show some possible methods. Now, what if I come near Preeti and say, so Preeti, how are you doing?
Fine.
Okay, now, do you think he's comfortable? Are you comfortable?
Yes.
You're sure?
Yeah.
Do you think he's comfortable? He's just too nice. He's just trying to be polite. Okay.
So many people have got me.
Okay. But okay, let me ask it another way. What would be more comfortable? If I sit down, would it be better? Not yes. Okay, probably better. Right. So if I sit now, if I sit down, anyways, what if I sit like this? So how are you doing? No. Not very comfortable. What's the difference? We are not matching body movement. So how are you doing? Not really. But this is, what would be better is something almost similar to him, almost. It doesn't have to be exactly. It doesn't mean that if he touches the nose, that I must touch the nose. I'm not doing that. Now, what if I have a conversation with Preeti like this for about 5-7 minutes? And what if I stand up? What do you think he'll do? You'll automatically feel like following me if you feel comfortable with me. I spoke to you, I'm almost matching you. And then after a while, if I stand up, you stand up as well. So that's why we call this method pacing and leading. I first pace you, I first go at your rhythm. I sit the way you sit, I do your body movement. And after I do that, I can start leading. So this is a simple demonstration on how to make the other person comfortable. Now, after a while, I can check whether I have rapport by changing my body movement in many ways. So another example is this. May I ask you to just sit with one leg on top of the other, like crossing something like that? Okay, right. Now let's say if I'm to match you, I would do the same, almost the same thing. Now that's good. But it's better for it to be like a mirror image. So his left leg is going on top, mine is also the same. If I do this, it's not that comfortable. Now I'm talking like this. After a while, I can check whether I have rapport by just changing my posture a little bit. I do that. If I do that, if you're comfortable with me, you might do the same thing. Almost automatically, he did it. Okay, he felt uncomfortable, wait in the same way. You get me? Now I know that I have rapport. I could then have a conversation which is more deep. So, I mean, this is so important. Sometimes, obviously, you have to be a little practical here. Let's say if he's a very senior person in an organization, someone high up in society, and you are seated like that, if you may do that again. Right. Now, he's a high up person, and I'm a very junior person. Now, I can't exactly do the same thing. That doesn't work. But I might still do that. Yeah. Yeah. yeah, even in Arab, Middle Eastern culture also the same. If you do that, show the foot, it is offensive. Yeah. It doesn't happen here, culture to culture. And that's a very important thing about it, because pacing means you must respect the culture. Now, in this culture, if it's not respectable, you shouldn't do that. Right? So therefore, if you're seated like this, if I'm a very junior person, I might sit like this. Still might cross the legs, but I'll do it at a more respectable level, not exactly the same way. Right? So that's basically how this works. And I have a little gift for you. Thank you very much for coming up and being a volunteer. Give a big hand to him. The first thing we therefore do is you match body movement and space. So not too close, not too far away. We start matching body movement and space. Next is matching the mood of the other person. So if the other person is sad, you also go down a little bit level. If he's happy and smiling, you also happy and smile. Even to the extent of angry. If someone is angry, how I would bring down that mood is I match anger on that person, on that side. So let's say, for example, someone comes and says, you know, I'm really with you, you're really bad, you didn't give me enough time, I gave so much trust to you, you didn't rush through, and you gave some solution to me which didn't work at all, and I'm really upset with you, and I'm going to tell all my friends not to go near you again. He's very angry, right? Now, if that comes to you, you will match it and say, I know this is really, really bad. This should have never, ever happened. I really need to get to the bottom of this. I am not going to rest until I find out who is responsible for this, and I solve this problem for you. So you're matching that mood. Now, if you do that, they might even say, no, it's not that bad. You calm down. It's okay. they might start calming you down. So the point we are saying here, you match and show empathy, show that you actually feel what the other person is feeling by matching the mood. And then there is rapport. So pacing includes, first is body movement and space. Second is we match the. Third is language and word choice. You speak in the language of the other person. If that person is speaking in English, you speak in English. If it's Sinhalese, speak in Sinhalese. If it's Tamil, try to speak in Tamil. Based on few words. I go to another country, I always try to learn a few of their words. And when I try to sort of use some of those words, they feel so good about it. So it is again about respecting someone else's culture, their language. And also word choice. For example, if you tell someone you're wrong, that's definitely a relationship breaker. Because people don't want to feel insulted or dignified. If you feel, even if you feel someone is wrong, I would say, oh, that's a very interesting point of view. I never looked at it from that point of view. Can you help me understand why you said that? Can you help me understand? And sometimes you might be actually surprised that that person's point of view. That's why in our world there is nothing called wrong. Everything which is said has a meaning behind it, because that comes from that person's world, that person's background, that person's education, and there might be something which is so, and imagine the richness of those relationships when you are able to listen to the other point of view. So the way to pace is never to say wrong, never to say you're lying. Even if someone is lying, I would say what you're saying now is inconsistent with what you had told earlier. What happened? Did the circumstances change? Is the situation change? Did you get some new information? Change it? And if you say that, you're giving them an opportunity themselves. So third thing is language and word choice. Next is speaking style. Now some people speak really, really fast. You can understand anything they say. Some other people talk so slowly. You're like anxiously waiting for their next syllable. If someone is really going slow down a bit. I'm saying not exactly to match, but at least bridge the gap. And they feel more comfortable. And accents. Have you seen sometimes when someone goes and lives abroad, they live in Australia or Canada for 3-4 years, and when they come back, you see them in a funny way? Now, why do you think they do that? Okay. Impress? What else? By this concept, they actually got used to it, because in order for them to be understood and accepted in that society, they had to do that. They were actually pacing them. They were matching their speaking style, right? But very interestingly, you can immediately switch back when you come back, because you've been like talking your normal way for the last like 30, 40 years, just because you go out for 3 years, you don't like completely change. Then that's the part. I know enough of people, when they're over, they would speak that way. When they come back, immediately you switch back. And sometimes when you're used to it, it's natural. Now I go to so many countries. Now if I go to the US, I would speak in an American accent. If I go to the UK, I would speak in the British. Those people. When I come back earlier. So it's about, and if you have that in your heart, that you want to connect with people, you want to have relationships which are value, then automatically, sometimes without thinking, this can happen. And I'm sure speaking style is so important. And finally, frame of agreement. Frame of agreement means even if you can't agree with someone, you first start by agreeing, build a rapport, and then show your point of view. So let me give you an example from selling. Okay, let's say as an insurance salesman. I'm giving other industries so that you can start looking at things very broadly. An insurance salesman comes and tries to sell you an insurance. Impression about insurance. So when they come and tell about the insurance, you will say, no, that's a waste of money. Investing in insurance is a big waste. They would say, no, sir, it's not a big waste, it's very good for you. No, it's a big waste. So listen to me, and I know who are you trying to teach me? I know better than you. So, and what happens to the relationship? It breaks up. Now what I would do this, when someone tells me investing money in insurance is a big waste, I would say, you're absolutely right, sir. Investing money in insurance can be a big waste. Now I agree, but I need to leave the window open to continue the conversation. What is that window? Can be. They might ask, but why did you say can be? Like you, sir, so many other people also had the same viewpoint. And when we listened to them, we realized that they were all correct, because they have had experiences and bad experiences with so many other insurance companies. So what we did is we listened to their point of view, we found out what's wrong with those insurance products, we came up with a set of insurance policies which overcame all those issues. Oh, is that so? That's very interesting. So what's different about your insurances? Now look at it, if I immediately say no, I close the door. But because I agreed, I got the opportunity to show my point of view as well. So all the time, don't make people bad by saying you're wrong, you're lying, that won't work. Understand. Tell me more. I like to understand. Once you listen, then you have the opportunity to show your point of view. So these particular steps will help you, the person comfortable, and after that you can leave. Once you see some signs that they are responding to you, you can check that out as I showed there by changing your body movement. You can check whether they are okay. Now I'm going to do a little exercise, allowing you to do a little exercise to help you. It's a little fun exercise, what we're going to do. I want each of you to find a partner for this exercise. Okay, so this is what, so first you need to wake up your partner. Partners look a bit sleepy right now. So this is how you wake up. When I say 1, 2, 3, look at the partner and say, Darang. Okay, ready? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, Darang. All right, okay. Everyone is awake now. Right, name yourself A and B. Name yourself A and B. One will be A, one will be B. Just talk to each other. A and B. A and B, okay? Okay, B will go first. Some of you picked up B because you want to be second, right? B will be first, okay? Okay, doesn't work with me. Okay, B is going to go first. Now this exercise is known as mismatching and matching. So first we do mismatching. Mismatching means B will have a conversation with A talking about the impact of this thing you just learned about pacing. So B is very positive, B is enthusiastic, B is say, okay, this is really good stuff, we can build rapport with people, we can, get to know them. So B will be very positive and enthusiastic about what we just learned. But A is going to mismatch, which means A is going to break all the rules here. So if B is seated, A might stand up, okay? So if B is speaking in English, A might reply in Sinhalese. If B is positive and enthusiastic, A might be negative and skeptical, oh, this won't work and all that stuff. So you just break all the rules by mismatching and going opposite to what B was saying. And you do it for 1 minute. After 1 minute, we do the reverse. The reverse is A will go positive and enthusiastic about, B will mismatch. That's another minute. And finally, we'll do a 2 minutes where both of you match this and see how it goes. Then matching happens. So I wanted to start, sorry? Same topic. We're going to talk the same topic. So first B will talk positive, enthusiastic about this. A will mismatch. Then you do the reverse. A will go positive, B will mismatch. Same topic. And finally, both of you will be positive about this and see how it goes. All right, start now. Yeah, sorry, question. Sorry? Third step is both will go positive. Both will start following the rules. Yeah. Third is you follow all the rules. Okay, start now. Start. 1 minute. Start. Start the conversation. Do some mismatching. A can stand up if B is seated, do something different. Okay, stop. Now let's do the opposite, where A will go positive, enthusiastic about it, B will mismatch. B will say, no, this stuff will work, won't work, all rubbish. So just go opposite. It's time to take revenge. Start now. Okay, stop. So how did that go? Not very comfortable, right? Not enough time. Okay, it went so, but not very comfortable, right? So let me give you time now for the final one. So now we are going to match this. Now the matching part, any one of you can start the conversation, A or B can start, other person will match it, you'll wait for them to finish speaking, you listen to them, give your point of view, which is complementary, match your body movement, match your speaking style, match the language you speak, frame of agreement, everything, and just see how it goes. Let's go for 2 minutes. So have a 2-minute discussion about the power of this topic for your day-to-day work. Okay, start now. Time up. Too long. Okay, you can stop now. The time is up. Some felt that it's too long. Some are still continuing. Some want more time. You can continue it after the session, no problem. We need to now go back. But how did you find it? Much better. And this is basically a simple demo on when you just follow these rules that you will have more conversations, better understanding, and obviously relationship improvement happens. Yeah, we had laughter as well. That helps as well.